killing a mother and her 2 daughters.
Now that the case is closed, we're taking you inside the police investigation. When we left you at 6 o'clock tonight, George Brinkman had just asked for a lawyer.
So what did it take to get him to confess, and how did he try to cover it up? A warning, some of the content may be considered graphic.
Investigator Sarah Goldenberg continues the story in our final chapter of To Catch a Killer.
After George Brinkman takes a polygraph,
it was considered inconclusive.
he clams up.
You have to respectfully ask to have a lawyer.
But that all changes after he finally gets his smoke break about 5 hours after first asking. He's in the jail yard with FBI agents who legally can't talk to him about the case anymore.
He kind of said outside, just kind of spontaneously, that for the family's sake, you're the right guy.
Yes, I did.
So they take him inside and read him his rights again. George says Suzanne was home alone when he got to her house.
Things were going fine. We were talking, and I don't know what set her off. She just started going all crazy, and then we started screaming and yelling and arguing, and then she got up in my face and I snapped. I took her in her bedroom and I threw her in her bed and told her just shut the up and chill out, and she just wouldn't shut up. Unfortunately, that's when the girls walked in. I tried to walk away, but she had said something that I attacked her in the bed, and then the girls got all not scared, but it's like they went on the offensive. I mean, yeah, they hit me and it didn't hurt, but I just kept thinking, what the I just got betrayed. You know, I didn't do shit. She's the one that snapped on me. And I wasn't gonna hurt them. I was just gonna tie them up and just walk away. Just so I didn't have to try to fight them anymore to get out the door. And I'm starting to panic. I'm like, oh crap. You know, now that they're tied up, once they get loose.
What was she tied up with?
She had zip ties in the house. And then she broke through the first set. And then I used the duct tape she had in her house. She's starting to kick all over the place. And that's when this happened. I punched her. I tried to get her to shut up. I was like, you know what? She can't kick if she's laying on her stomach. I made them all turn over and lay on their stomach.
Were the girls?
They were there too. They were right there, yeah. Because when I took the knife to her, Charlie started freaking out.
What were they freaking out?
They stabbed her brother.
Where?
Around the neck area.
Did you stab her like in the side? Can you show me?
Stabbed her in the back and then...
Like here?
Yeah, somewhere back here, I think.
Okay.
And then I realized, oh, I really up. It was
the girls are screaming and they're scared?
Yeah. I kept telling them, don't look, please don't look, please don't look, you don't need to see that. Wasn't even thinking, I just stabbed. She's like, Taylor, Kylie, I love you guys forever. And she's screaming it. I had no intention of even touching them. None.
FBI agents want to know what he did with the evidence.
I took the knife, the duct tape pieces, the zip tie pieces. I was more concerned about getting out of there than anything else.
Where's the clothes that you had on?
In the garbage.
And did you grab that money when you left?
No.
You left it there?
Yeah, it should have still been sitting on the table.
These evidence photos show no envelopes with money George claims he left for Taylor and Kylie. And the flowers Scott left Suzanne on the doorstep are on the table. George said he never heard Scott knock and doesn't remember any flowers.
What am I missing?
I'm asking you. I want to be thorough.
I mean,
listen, just because I'm asking some questions doesn't mean you're missing something.
An exhausting 48 hours after the discovery of the bodies of Suzanne Taylor and her daughters, the FBI and North Royalton police decide that's enough for today, and agents lead George back to his jail cell. The next day, the FBI digs for more. They want to know if George really snapped in the moment or if he planned the murders.
He stopped at a Walmart at 7:11 a.m. on Saturday. He made like a couple of purchases, like a knife and a sharpener. Did you get the knife? You said you got a knife from the kitchen, or was it the knife that you bought?
No, the knife I bought was too small. The knife in the kitchen, it was It had a long blade with an angle like this, and all I did is grab it just to shut her up and let her know I didn't want her yelling anymore.
George paints himself as the victim before the murders.
I've done everything in the world for you and your girls. What did I do to you to deserve this treatment? And all I wanted to do was just zip tie her hands and duct tape them and leave. That's all I wanted to do.
The FBI agent asks how he got all of them tied up to the bed headboard.
I have Kylie because she appears to be the calmest. Zip tie her mother and her sister.
He says he tied Kylie up himself.
I just stood there, was walking back and forth in front of the bed with a knife so they could see it.
After he stabbed Suzanne several times, he turned to the girls.
And then Taylor started freaking out. She said, "You killed my mom, you killed my mom, you killed my mom." And then I freaked out, I jumped on Taylor and I put her face in the pillow. I said, shut up, just please shut up.
He said Kylie partially broke free and fought back.
She was kicking and jumping all over the place, and I looked over and I saw a phone charger cord, and I just grabbed into it around her neck.
Autopsy results show these women went through hell. George stabbed Suzanne all over her body, from her head and neck down to her heels. Taylor and Kylie fought back. They had cuts and bruises on their bodies, and Kylie had been pulled from her ponytail. George covered them up with a comforter after he killed them. A mother and her 2 daughters laying side by side. 2 days, more than 7 hours of questioning from the FBI, and they have their guy. The undercover cop who worked the case says George's motive isn't crystal clear.
And I don't think you're ever going to know why, and that's the only blank we can never fill in. He kept telling the girls that he was going to leave. He just wanted them to calm down, and I imagined that they believed him. How can you not believe him? How could you ever imagine that somebody that you know is going to kill you or harm you in any way?
He blamed them for their deaths.
Flo-Ann Ribicki also worked the case.
I mean, you have 2 daughters yourself as a mother. Was that just the hardest part?
Yep, that's what I think about all the time. Yep.
That's why you do your best to get justice for these families.
Yep, I think we did too. I think we did.
The murder weapons were never found. Detectives think Brinkman ditched them at a campground. George Brinkman was sentenced to death for the murders of Suzanne, Taylor, and Kylie. I'm Sarah Goldenberg. That's it for To Catch a Killer.